Peace and blessings, power people. I just love that the internet allows me to stay connected to all of you. Many of you I get to see when you come to the office, as y'all can tell I'm in my office. Many of you I get to see when you come in the office and you're popping your squat on the pot. But for those that I haven't been able to lay eyes on and give you one of those infamous Thema hugs, I'm gonna give it to you now through the internet. Receive all this love and joy that I hold in my heart for you. I just wanted to pop in and help you kind of leverage where the energy is right now with this 8/8 portal, with this new moon in Leo. If you are a member of my women's circle of empowerment, then you've already received your water from the ocean, and your seaweed and the sisterhood that we have is intact. So like, we conjure and ritual together on a regular basis. I'm an ordained interfaith minister, and that's part of my work. When I bring women together, not only are we talking about their womb health, but I am teaching women who recognize that their experience of spirit is bigger than the pew and bigger than the church. I have created this sacred space, and every Sunday morning we gather. And so we already have started our process of preparing for the 8/8 portal that is taking place tomorrow and this new moon in Leo. But for those of you who are not prepared and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I want to just give you some quick context and share that our first experience of understanding the laws of the universe is really becoming acclimated with nature. Nature leaves you clues on what makes sense in this realm and what does not. You throw a ball in the air, it's coming to the ground because gravity makes sense. Whether or not you can see it or not, you understand that there are laws that are working on your behalf without your permission or your participation. I'm going to say that again for the control freaks who don't really understand that there's a way to be safe and prosperous and abundant without needing to be in control. There are laws intact for this realm that you didn't create, that you may not even be aware of, right? And so if you really want to amplify your power, if you really want to get grounded and reevaluating what really inspires you, why are you alive in such a time as this? And what are you really doing with your life? I really want to invite you to leverage what is happening in our cosmos. Through this cosmic alignment, what many in the metaphysical world are calling the 8/8 portal, through the new moon in Leo, you are tapping into a vibration by being aware. Where do we see this in a very practical sense? Every year, my birthday is June 13th, right? And because I choose to celebrate my birthday and I bring people together, there's a certain energy and vibration. So when it's coming up, people know that that's the season that Tama's not trying to be deep. She's not trying to be, appropriate. She is running wild and free. She's in her primal nature. She is celebrating her arrival to earth. And people will participate and celebrate my birthday with me. It's no different. We are celebrating the 8/8 portal. We are celebrating the new moon. New moon energy is a great opportunity to begin to release and clear. But before you just start banishing things and sending stuff and people on their way, are you clear enough in your mind about what and who actually needs to be repositioned, right? So with my women's circle of empowerment, what we've been doing in preparation is journaling, praying, chanting, affirming. I have them reading sacred texts that are written by the ancient women and our foremothers, and connecting with the divine feminine, because you are a daughter of your mother. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in her image. And I'm teaching women how to source their power from a non-conventional spiritual practice and foundation. So anyway, we have been taking inventory on the matters of our womb, the matters of our heart, and tuning into, am I satisfied? So I want to invite you to tune into your answer to that question. If you're watching this live, it's not a coincidence. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with who you are? Are you satisfied with the life that you've created? Are you satisfied with what you have designed in your life to create self-sufficiency? Are you satisfied with your job? Are you satisfied with your business? Are you satisfied? And if there is a part of you that recognizes some dissatisfaction, I'm going to invite you to really get clear on how to uncreate what you have created. Nobody is responsible for your life, my loves. Your life is your own. You can do with it whatever you want. So right now is a great opportunity with all that's happening with the cosmos and just in general. For me, every day is an opportunity to redesign, reconfigure what I've created as my life. But I especially know how to leverage when things in the earth, like the equinoxes, certain seasons, certain lunar cycles, different things are in favor of the things that's happening in my heart. That's all it is. You don't have to overcomplicate it, overanalyze it, demonize it. None of that. It's not hard. It's simple. It's nature. Okay? You're just aligning and using the different tools that are created in our realm to support the intentions that you're holding for your life. I particularly feel like, just for me, as I sit in this energy that's coming in, that I need to slow my ass down. That I need to be still. And when I usually get a memo from my, the different layers of my mind, and I teach these 3 parts of your mind. You have your superconscious mind, your divine mind. You have your conscious mind. That's the part of you that knows, to hit the light switch instinctually because you want the lights to turn on. Then you have your subconscious mind, and I like Florence Scovel Shinn's definition of the subconscious mind, which is power without direction or control. So anyway, when I get the memo from all of these minds that you need to slow your ass down, Thema, I also realize that there are some things I need to surrender. That I need to go into a deeper level of trust of myself, of my experience of God. And my spiritual practice today is one where I am deeply connected and intimate with the God within. And I need to trust the process. I need to trust myself. I need to trust God. I need to trust the process. I need to trust myself. I need to trust God. Okay? And I need to trust the process. Because when I feel myself overexerting, overextending, overperforming, putting a lot out, and not necessarily taking as much in, not creating an intentional space to evaluate what I'm putting out. When that happens, it's usually because at some subconscious level, I have something to prove and somebody that I'm trying to prove it to. And sometimes the somebody is me. Maybe I'm trying to prove that I'm still relevant, or maybe I'm trying to prove that I'm still successful, or maybe I'm trying to prove that I still got it, or, attention seeking is so subtle. You could be saying, I don't, care what other people think about me. But for me, I'm honest. I do care. That's why I present my business a certain way. That's why I present myself a certain way. I care about what people think about me, but I don't care enough about what people think about me to prioritize their opinion over my own self-perception. So the key to staying grounded and centered is to intentionally know when it's time to slow down and reevaluate. How am I experiencing myself? Am I good with me? Because, baby, self-satisfaction, self-acceptance, self-love, self-care, that's the real win. You could become a billionaire, a trillionaire overnight. But if you are not in a space of self-trust, self-love, self-acceptance, you'll waste opportunities even if they are dropped in your lap. You won't know what to do with your blessings. So with this new moon, I just wanted to come on the camera and invite you to get still, to get honest, get very, very honest with yourself. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with your life? Are you satisfied with yourself? Maybe you have some beliefs that you've outgrown. Maybe you have some habits that you need to take a look at, address, shift, right? Like whatever it is. Stop running from it. Stop running from it. Really, really take a look at it. If you need some hand walking with that, I got tons of offerings that can support you with that. You can come into process with me one-on-one. If you're not in my area, or if you're not ready to be amongst people in our headquarters and office space, you can set up a virtual phone consultation with me, or you can come and pop that squat on the pot. On August 10th, we still have space available for a workshop that I got a download I needed to offer. It's called Whatever It Takes, and I am being intentional about the energy of procrastination and self-sabotage and breaking that up for people who are ready to do some work. And so that's a 3-day class, 1 hour each evening, starting on the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. And I will be teaching you how to recognize the thought patterns that feed your procrastination and your self-sabotaging nature. And then I'm going to bring the accountability and the tools that you need to be more nourishing and nurturing with yourself and change your life. And so you are welcome to be a part of that. All you have to do is go to the Womb Sauna Facebook page, look at our event tab. You'll see how to register right on Facebook for the Whatever It Takes workshop. So you're welcome to come into that process, and it's just an $89 investment. I'm not doing that. Most of the stuff that I do is not driven by the profit I can gain from it financially, because I'm not in a scarcity mindset, and I don't ever run out of money. So for me at this stage in my business and in my life, I do what I do as I feel led in my spirit. And so I just hear that there are people, I don't, set targets like I need 1,000 people in this workshop. I need whoever is ready for the workshop. That's how I move. So if that's one person, 5 people, 20 people, 1 million people, I don't care. I just know that I live a life, and my business strategy is deeply spiritual. So I live a life where I'm obedient to my instincts and my intuition. I don't self-betray by trying to participate and sign up in things and do things and offer things that don't resonate with me and don't truly capture who I am and the nature of my gift and how it flows. So anyway, August 10th, 11th, and 12th, if it resonates and you're ready to really start breaking up some of those patterns, then you can come into that process with me. The other thing that is coming up next on our marketing timeline is our Power of Pleasure class. And listen, I'm not going, this isn't that kind of live, but baby, there is no fulfillment in life without pleasure. I'm gonna just leave that there. And if you have not been intentional, if you had to passively learn who you are sexually and sensually, then you need the sex education class that I've created. Because I teach you how to experience your sensual and sexual nature from a very sacred and powerful mindset. And so that class is coming in October. We are already approaching half capacity of that class. It's intimate. I don't allow that class to be too big because of the nature of the work that we do. And I know what my capacity is energetically, spiritually, the spiritual work that we do around sexuality and sensuality. There's nothing like, you haven't seen a class like this, and you have not seen what's inside of you when you really, really unlock the power of pleasure and you find God in your flesh. And you realize that when you believe that God is omnipresent, that includes your bed or wherever you get it in, right? So I am excited for those of you who've already said yes and registered to be a part of this experience. If you follow me on social media, if you're on our Instagram or our Facebook or any of those places, then you've already seen the flyers and the invitation with the link on how to become a part of that process. Until the end of this month, we are in early registration. It's $2.99, very reasonable investment to be a part of that 6-week experience. And so if you need some pleasure, if you know that you still have some ideas and values and things about your sexuality that causes you to hold back and retreat and not be fully present to the power of pleasure, well then yeah, you need Thema's sex education class. So it's an incredible experience. And my testimony is that when I prioritized pleasure in my life changed. And I was able to learn through my body, right? And experiencing pleasure in my body, how much joy I have the capacity to hold. That's actually my definition of an orgasm. It is how much pleasure your body can really take in and hold at one time. And so, yes, women who live in the power of pleasure walk different, talk different, create differently, innovate differently. They are the ones who will swing on the pole in the middle of the boardroom and inspire others to find their strength in their body to swing on the pole. Like, we are the wild and free women who shape and mold the culture. All women do this, but a woman who is unapologetic about what brings her joy and pleasure and prioritizes sustaining that clarity, she's a force. She's a force. So I hope many of you connect with the opportunity and that you get in there before there's a wait list, because the last time I offered this class, there was a clear wait list. And if you really want to get in there and get the financial reward of getting in early, get in there before the end of this month, before the price doubles. After August, it's $4.99 for enrollment. All right, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything else coming up down the pike. For the most part, if you join our email list and you are following our social media, we're all over the internet. Google the Womb Sauna, you will find me everywhere. You'll see that you will get current updates about the things we have coming up. But those are the two immediate things that I want to share with you. Put on your radar: the Whatever It Takes workshop, August 10th through the 12th. And then the Power of Pleasure class, which is a 6-week experience, being in process with me, learning about your sexuality and your sensuality and how it's sacred. And that starts October 10th and it runs for 6 weeks. Okay? We have a group coaching call each week. All right? And you have a workbook and different things that I hand walk you through to help you tune in and align with the power of pleasure. So, the God in me has enjoyed speaking to the God in you. Namaste. I love you. There's nothing that you need to do to have this love penetrate you right now. Feel it. Feel it through the internet. I am love blasting you right now. It's not quantified. You didn't have to perform for this love that I hold for you. I love you because I choose to. And every day I make the decision to be so good to myself that I have the capacity to ooze and drip love all throughout the world to anybody that I connect with, whether it be in person or through the internet. So I hope you feel, receive, and enjoy the love that I hold for you, that you don't doubt it, that you don't tell yourself you're not worthy of it, but let it reach every cell in your body from head to toe, inside and out. And let the love that I'm giving you in this moment be contagious. I hope it fills you up enough that you can then go share some love with somebody else. Enjoy the rest of your day. And for those of you coming into process with me, I will see you in the classes, or I'll see you in session for